Hi, my name is Mike Bogdanski. We're here at Midtown Fitness Center and Mike Bogdanski's Martial Arts Center in downtown Putnam. What I want to do is give you an opportunity to see about what kind of things we do here, especially to talk about the martial arts and the weight training, because a lot of people have certain conceptions or misconceptions about this type of business or hobby or occupation. Being that this is a non-traditional job, I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got started. First of all, when I was about 16 years old, I was at a neighbor's house and got into an argument with a group of guys. The next thing I knew, that argument changed from verbal to physical. Out of the blue came a big punch, and I got punched right in the eye. Down I went. I got up, I dusted myself off, we argued some more, I went home, and I had to tell my mom and dad that I had been beat up. Of course, they went through the whole idea of what happened, why did it start, how come you didn't defend yourself, and I was so crushed down, I had such a loss of self-esteem, I had no explanation. Well, the black eye and the swelling went down and went away eventually, but the feeling of self-esteem lost never really totally went away, and that's what motivated me to learn martial arts. A few months later, I saw an ad, this is in 1969, about a free martial arts class. I went down, I met my first instructor, and I've been doing it ever since. So it's only taken me 30 years to become an overnight success. In about 1987, I was doing martial arts as a hobby, teaching classes nearby, and I thought to myself, would it be a great opportunity if I could teach martial arts as a full-time job? I met someone that had a very successful martial arts school, and he was a mentor to me, inspired me to open this business and try to do something that other people had only dreamed about doing, to do a job that they love to do every single day. So I'm very fortunate to say that I love to go to my work, I love my job, I have the most fun out of everybody, even of all the students and kids that come here, I am the biggest kid, and I have the most fun. So in a very few minutes, there'll be a few more kids coming in. Today our class is 4-, 5-, and 6-year-olds coming, and some of my black belt assistants will be here, and then we'll be able to chance to see how some of the kids act at that age. Our goal is to be able to instill in students between the ages of 3 and 4, which are our youngest, and we have people in their 50s and 60s, which are students, to give them an I can attitude. First thing we do is we start very easy and very gently. In our introductory classes, we teach them some basic techniques and some life skills. We teach them how to be goal setters, but not only goal setters, but goal achievers. Because you know, there are people in this world that they wander aimlessly. I like to tell the ship without a rudder story. If you're in a boat and you have no rudder, you have no steering wheel, you have no sail, I ask people, where is that boat going? And even the youngest child can answer, nowhere. So if I can teach people to be goal setters and goal achievers, then I can teach them a life skill that they can take throughout their lifetime. So this is based, martial arts is based on a foundation of self-discipline. Generally, when they learn the first basic karate techniques, they learn mental and physical skills. The physical skills might be a high block, it might be a kicking technique or a punching technique, but then they have to learn that this is used for self-defense. The student creed that we have encompasses many different important words and concepts, and the most important one would be self-discipline. When we talk about martial arts and its development, like I have up my wall here, I have the sayings that were developed over 1,000 years ago by the group of warriors that guarded the Emperor of Korea. These were called the Hwarang warriors. They were not only the best fighters in the whole country, like our SEALs or our Green Beret or Special Forces, but they also were people of high character. They professed to follow the ideas of obedience to parents and elders, loyalty to country, fighting which, when they choose to fight, they would fight only with common sense and always with honor. The tenets that they would follow were as follows: integrity, concentration, perseverance, respect, which is very important, and obedience, self-control, humility, and indomitable spirit. And every single class we're teaching concepts to our youngest children, to our teenagers, and even to our adult population. This week's lesson happens to be integrity, and I think this is one of the most profound lessons that we can teach in any given class or in life. So many people come here, all different ages, but especially when parents bring their kids here, I know they don't come just to learn self-defense skills, because I can teach anybody to throw a punch or a kick, but I can't teach everybody how to have a black belt attitude in life. And a black belt attitude is an I can attitude. This is what we want to instill in the children that come. So when we start, we've set really easily achievable goals. When they come for the very first class, they come wearing absolutely no belt on their uniform. And I set a goal in the second class to be able to earn their white belt, which is their first beginner belt, and they become an official martial arts student. This concept teaches the idea of goal setting very easily achievable to go from one class to the second class and earn their white belt. And then after that, we set a new goal, because we want to be like a tomato. I like this metaphor, almost best of all. I want to be like a tomato, green and growing, not ripe and rotten. So when we get their first belt, we set a goal immediately for their next belt. So we have semesters just like in a college. Their next belt would be an orange belt, and this is also philosophically interpreted by the dawn of a new sunrise. No matter how tough a day we have today, when that sunrise comes up over the sunset, what's great about life is tomorrow we get a chance to start all over again. So what happens today doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen again tomorrow. So we can work to change it and make it a better thing. And to see kids come in that don't have too much respect for themselves, they don't have too much self-discipline, they don't have too much concentration, I get lots of really great positive feedback from parents. When in a couple of, for 20 or 30-minute sessions, I can transform that kid, that boy, that girl, that teenager, within a matter of a couple classes to help instill them with a good sense of self-esteem, an I can attitude, and some life skills. And if I can do that in 2 classes, imagine what I can do with an opportunity to take those kids longer in the karate program. I'm really proud of a lot of the students here because a lot of the kids that have been here a long time. I have a boy here, his name is Justin Lucier. He's 17 years old now. He started martial arts when he was 6. His mother's only buys him things for karate class. She says one of the best things that ever happened. And now he's grown old enough to become an instructor in the program. He's an A student. He knows what he wants. He has his goals set for his next 10 years. He knows he wants to go to college. He knows how to maintain an A average. He's a great kid. And he's just an idea, he's a product of our product. He knows exactly how to take the idea and put it into a concrete operational plan and make it happen. So there are people that wonder what happened, and there are people with a black belt attitude or martial arts attitude that make it happen. And this is what we're really trying to instill, and we see some great results. And even with our 5-year-olds that come in shortly, you'll get a chance to see that, and so it should be pretty fun. This is Joan Scanlon. She's a black belt in the school, and she also has her family members. She has her 3 children in the program, which are black belts here. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to meet some of the people that had started the program, had some certain goals, were able to set and achieve the goal of black belt. So Mrs. Scanlon is also very instrumental in helping developing a lot of our leadership program. She helps with our awards banquet, she helps with our summer beach party, she helps with all sorts of things. And she's also a member of our competition team that's going to Australia in April. So you have your kids in karate with you, but let's talk about you as an individual, as an adult. Why do you think martial arts has been good for you?
It's built self-confidence and increased my overall awareness of what's going around me, protect myself better. Endurance-wise, I've increased greatly. You know, you start off with maybe 5 push-ups, and now I can do 150.
Right.
So that's good.
And how about for your kids? So you've seen your kids change a lot since they've been here, and they've been here a long time.
Right. Almost 6 years for one of them. Very respectful. Their manners are well. They enjoy coming here. They enjoy the camaraderie of the students here. They like their instructors. They've taught them something that's going to go with them for the rest of their life.
And so looking at the big picture, it's your family, you and your kids together, so we don't have just your kids or just you, but how do you think the school is reflective of the family aspect of martial arts?
Well, there's a lot of different families here besides my own, and we all go up and rank together, and we learn things together, and we get to grow with each other instead of separately, and I can relate to them about something, they can relate to me about something, right? And in life now, we learn to set goals, and our next goal for almost all of us is our 2nd degree black belt. Some of us are 3rd degree black belt.
And you have a son that's enrolled in the program that's also like our local karate champion.
Right. He competes all over New England, and he's enjoying it. He's going to go to Australia in April with us, and hopefully he'll do well internationally.
Oh, I think he will. I think he will. And how about your youngest child, like your daughter? How old is she now?
She's 10. She started when she was 6, and she's just bloomed with the program. And she's going to put fear in those guys' hearts when she's older, because she's going to be able to stand up for herself.
Oh, I think without that, she stands up pretty good for being 10. So I think that's good. All right. Now we're outside, and to get an overview of the size of the historic aspect of the building, when I first bought this building up over 10 years ago, I really didn't have too much in the history part that I knew, but I looked in the bank records and I went to do the closing, and in the deed it said the date of origin, date of being built, is old. It does not have a date. I've done some research on it and know that it was built around the 20s. It was built by the Cargill Bank people. That was one of the original founding fathers of the town. Some of the history to go along with this building is back in the 30s, there was quite a stir and a ruckus when a local state policeman and a local businessman, I think, or a town official, conspired to hold up and rob this bank. It was actually the safecracker they hired to do the job that turned them in. So this is a great old building. It should be here a long time, a lot longer than we will.
Coming up, how many women have gone down under?
I'm really honored to be up here tonight as a presenter for the George Racine Humanitarian Award, particularly because of the individual who we're giving the award to this year. Michael Bogdanski is a master martial artist. He is an individual who has trained over 5,000 students in the martial arts over 30 years. He's an individual who has accomplished bringing 175 plus of these black belts to, or these people to black belt status. I'm very honored to be one of those 175 people. I have a good feeling about this man and what he's done, not only for the business but for children and for the community. And in my remarks, I'm going to refer to two documents because I think these two documents really tell you a lot about the man. The first is a proclamation, and I'm just going to read one section of this. It's from John Rowland, Governor of the state of Connecticut. Therefore, I, John Rowland, Governor, do hereby officially designate November 6, 1999 as Michael Bogdanski Day in the state of Connecticut. I urge all our citizens to join me in honoring Michael Bogdanski for his countless contributions to our state and its people. We had a celebration back in November, and a lot of people who have been served by Mr. Bogdanski came to that from really all over New England and mid-Atlantic region, and we had a great time, and this proclamation was read, and I think it was really a tribute to this individual. And then I want to read a summary of a letter that was written by Lynn Pasquarella, and she really put into words as what I was thinking about when I was asked to be the presenter for this. I am writing to nominate Michael Bogdanski for the George Racine Humanitarian Award in recognition of Mr. Bogdanski's outstanding community service, distinctive leadership, and enduring commitment to the children in our region. This year marks the 30th anniversary of Mr. Bogdanski's involvement with the martial arts. During this time, he has amassed an impressive array of accomplishments, which include rising to the rank of a black belt master, earning a master's degree in psychological counseling, owning and operating a number of successful businesses, and serving as a community activist. His extraordinary capacity as a teacher of martial arts and the international reputation he has earned as a practitioner stem in part from the unusual balance he has achieved among these various roles. Indeed, Mr. Bogdanski represents for his students the kind of teacher whose community life operates in seamless integration with his principles. Master Bogdanski does not merely teach integrity, perseverance, and respect for others as the tenets of Tong-Soo-Do, he demonstrates them tirelessly. For the past 2 decades, he has worked tirelessly to improve the quality of life for citizens of northeastern Connecticut. He has been a leading fundraiser for the DARE program. He's delivered lectures and performed karate demonstrations at numerous local day camps and schools. He's facilitated toy drives for Easter seals. He's donated time and services to art. the Wyndham Tolland 4-H camp, the Hole in the Wall campaign, and presented workshops for both local career day programs and teen pregnancy prevention programs for northeastern Connecticut. Each year, our schools and countless community organizations benefit tremendously from his efforts. And most remarkably, Mr. Bogdanski's involvement in the community remains an active one, even in his busiest times. The scope of Mr. Bogdanski's expertise as a martial artist finds a match only in the passion he brings to it. Yet Mr. Bogdanski's astonishing lack of personal ego stands in direct proportion to the depth of his talent. This is perhaps the truest hallmark of the dedication to his work and one of the keys to his success in attracting and retaining the most inspired and motivated students. He constantly challenges all students to excel, regardless of their rank and skill level. He enhances self-confidence and self-esteem by showing students that he believes in the martial arts way of life, and it gives them the courage to try for themselves. Because of his past efforts, and because of his past efforts on behalf of our community, it really gives me great pleasure tonight to award the George Racine Senior Humanitarian Award to Master Michael Bogdanski. Mr. Bogdanski. Let me just read this to you, and then I'm going to turn the mic over to Mr. Bogdanski. Northeastern Chamber of Connecticut Chamber of Commerce, George Racine Senior Humanitarian Award, presented to Michael Bogdanski for your dedicated and distinguished commitment to the DARE program and the children of our communities. January 21, 2000.
This is a great opportunity. I'm so thankful for all the people that are here that voted to put me into this award and give me the honor to come up and say a few words. This is kind of a funny award for someone to give someone a humanitarian award that teaches people how to punch and kick people too. So you have to know there must be some good coming out of the whole deal. I wanted to tell you this one story, one of my most positive experiences that helps you to explain how being a humanitarian is important to me. Back in 1990, I had the privilege of being part of the United States team to go to Moscow to fight against several multi-talented nations in the Olympic sports complex. For months before we went, we watched the Rocky movie with Dolph Lundgren, who's the big Russian guy in the Rocky movie. And we kept thinking as we went over there, we were going to go over there and show those Russians just how great American martial arts were. We thought, every time we go over there, we're going to growl, we're going to be mean, we're going to show them the Americans are the greatest athletes, the greatest martial artists, and we were going to be the ones that were going to show them. We went over to the competition, we met lots of different people, and we were received with open arms. As our match began, I was the captain of the heavyweight team. I fought a big Russian guy named Sergey. He was a little bit intimidating. As we started our match, it became very heated. At the end of the match, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough with lots of training to have won a narrow margin and take first place in our team competition. At the completion of the tournament, I walked over, and as a sign of friendship, I took my headgear off and placed it on Sergey's head, and his face lit up. He gave me a big bear hug, lifted me up, and swung me all around the room, and I was taken by surprise, because 10 minutes earlier, I was trying to beat him up. Or fight for my life, whichever it looked like. That evening, we had an opportunity to go back to the hotel, the sports hotel, and have a big dinner, a friendship dinner, which was really the goal, to have a cultural experience in Moscow. He sat down next to me with an interpreter who spoke really great English. And he said, I want to make sure that you understand exactly the words that I want to convey to you. Sergey started to speak in Russian, and the translator told me these words. He said, he wants you to know that even though he does not speak your language, he feels such a strong bond by the things that went on today and the feeling that you gave him. And as he handed me his card, he said, any time, any place in the world that you need him, he will be your friend. All you need to do is call, and he'll come and be there. It touched me right down to my heart. As we were leaving the next morning, he had given me one of the Russian hats, but everybody had brown fur and dark fur, rabbit fur. He gave me a red fox hat that he told me he shot the fox himself, and gave me the hat. And as we're walking out, ready to go on the bus to the airport, one of the security guards in the complex said, "You bought yourself an expensive gift." I said, "No." I said, "I didn't buy it. It was a present from somebody else." "That's a very expensive present." So I want you to know how these things touch me. And it's tough we try to teach our karate people to be and walk with confidence. We're all soft on the inside. We got great hearts and great warmth. And I hope I can earn more respect from you as being a humanitarian in the next 10 or 20 years. Again, thank you very much.
Get one step closer to being a black belt. Who would like to be a black belt and get a little bigger? What's the most important thing you have to do? You have to show me what? Self-control. And self-control being all shaky or staying still? Is it being wild and crazy or having good behavior? Good. So if you're good, I can give you a high five. If you're wild and crazy, I'll have to give you a low five. Anybody know what that is? No, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Here we go. Cross your hands up. Touch your foot up. Go to the wrist hits. And go to attention. And bow for courtesy. Put your hands up like this. All right, put your hands up like this. I don't want any trouble. Put your hands out like this now. Nod your head. Say, don't mess with me, man. All right, I don't want any trouble either. Okay, everybody, you need to start to get our muscles nice and strong. Say yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, everybody back up 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Everybody go in to a push-up position. Go the hands down. So should we go like this? Should we go up and down like this? Or should we bend our arms up and down? That's right. Ready? 5. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who feels stronger now? Make some muscles. Let me check. Good. All right. No way. All right, everybody put your feet apart. Put your hand out like this in a punch position. Bring one hand back. So when we pull one hand out, we have to put the other one away. If you understand that, say, yes, sir. Just like when you're home, you put your toys away, right? Yes, sir. What should you do in a listening stance?
Stay still. Stay still.
It's a trick, I know. When you're in a listening stance, you have to listen.
And put your hands behind.
That's right. You need to show a high level of what?
Control.
Self-control. That's good. Everybody back up 3 steps, please.
1, 2, 3.
Let me see. I'm going to take Bo and put you up here. You're the leader today, okay, Bo? Everybody line up behind Bo. Say, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Back up a little bit. Make believe this is a big bully. You have to run, give a jump, kick him right in the stomach. Good. Run back. Come on. Run. Kia. Run. Come on. Jump. Run. Run back. Run. Run. Now, Kia. Go. Run. Run, run, run. Good job. Run. Very good. Louder. Run. Come on, Kyle. Good. Run. Whoopsies. Stop. Everybody back in line. Say yes, sir. Back on the line here. Let's go. Move down some more. Spread out. Spread out some more. And move down some more, guys. Good. Everybody cross your hands. Touch your foot up. Big stance. Good to touch it. And wow, put your hands out like this.
I don't want any trouble.
How'd you get so smart? When I give you the number, raise your leg and kick out to the front. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good. Now, when I put my hand out like this, you must kick close, but don't touch. What's that called when you can do that?
Self-control.
Give yourself a nice hand. You're all really smart. Who's got the best self-control here?
Me.
All right, let's see. Remember, come close, but don't touch. Ready to kick? Excellent. Kick. Very good. Kick. Go ahead. Kick. Excellent control. Go. Go. And go. And kick. Excellent. This time, I want to see who has has an I can attitude? Who has a positive attitude here? Who wakes up very happy with a positive attitude? Who wakes up cranky? Are you sure? All right. Everybody stand up. In front of my business podium myself.
One here and one
Go
over
on your
here.
guard, stance, girl. Make 2 lines. Make a line over here too, guys. Get in
That's
line.
the people over here. Good job.
When you do your jump kick this time, every time you kick, I will raise it higher and higher. And you can moan and groan, or you can try your best. Which one will you do? Try your best. How'd you know that? You're very smart. Get back in line. Get back in line. Okay? Here we go. Jump and kick. Jump. Excellent. Jump. Good. Give me a high five. Run back over there. Jump and kick. High five, please. Run back. Jump, Jacob. Excellent. Give me 5, man. Come on, David. High five here. Come on. Good. High five, please. Should we raise it higher? Say yes, sir. Who's afraid? Who's got courage? Who has an I can attitude? All right, here we go. If you want to jump higher, you have to yell the karate word. Kia. Here we go. Give a kia. Jump. Run back. 5. Jump. High five. Run back, Jacob. Go, go. Whoa, watch out there. Get back up. Come on, one more time. Run back, man. Run back. Here we go. Jump. Kia.
Good job. You guys like to yell at home, I'm sure. That's what you're doing.
And stop. Everybody come have a seat again. Say yes, sir. This time you have to give it a kick, and then you have to have a punch. You have to show a lot of concentration. Who's got the most concentration here? I don't know. And then you have to watch out because we're very tricky. I might try to also bonk you on the head. All right, good. Mr. Goodrow, come up here, please.
Yes, sir.
Go to your guard stance. Okay, give me a front kick. Give me a punch. Hey, look, your shoes untied. Oh, give a nice hand for his concentration. Who thinks they can do it that good? Who thinks they can do it even better? No way, no way. All right, stand up, everybody. Say yes, sir. Lock up, lock in, lock out, lock down, and punch. Oh, that hurt out. I hope that you liked what you saw today. Martial arts is a fantastic opportunity for everybody to learn about their bodies and their minds, learn how to set and achieve goals, learn how to learn good self-defense skills. It's for people of all ages. So I have a little saying I want to leave you with. There are 2 kinds of people in the world. People that do martial arts and people that want to do martial arts. Which one are you? Okay. Lock in, lock out, lock down, and punch.